Keen climbers are converging on the Northern Territory for their chance to scale Uluru before it's too late. For spiritual, cultural and safety reasons, the Uluru climb will be shut down in just a week's time. Matt Cunningham filed this special report from the top end.
Oh, we're about the sixth car in, so we're lined up at the gate at 5 o'clock.
We got up around 4:30 and we got here at the gate around 5 o'clock waiting for it to open, and then we've been waiting here since about 5:30.
With the rock climb set to close on October 26, thousands of people are flooding into Uluru. It's not yet 6:30 a.m. and as you can see there's already a huge crowd gathered here at the base of Uluru. Rangers have been closing the rock climb at 8 a.m. each day this week because of the extreme heat. So this crowd has gotten here early, hoping to get one last chance to climb the rock.
I think it's just probably a bit of an Australian thing to do. A lot of people want to climb Uluru. We'll see how we go. It looks a bit daunting looking up there now.
Why do you want to get up there, mate?
Oh, just to look at the top.
Why are you so keen to climb the rock?
Yeah, well, it's something that's got to be done. It's like a, what do you call it, bucket list, so...
And what about the fact, I mean, there's a sign up there that says, you know, please don't climb. You worried about that at all?
No, because it's please don't climb. And I think it's talking more like the little bit older generation. I'm one of the young fellas still, so...
Debate has raged over this issue since October 2017, when the Uluru traditional owners voted to close the rock climb. Those traditional owners were unavailable to speak to Sky News. Instead, we were directed to this promotional video produced by Parks Australia.
It's about time the Jugurba and the rock can have a rest instead of, you know, tapping along with shoes and everything else all the time, because that is a sensitive area and we need to close it.
The Central Land Council says cultural and spiritual concerns are not the only reason the climb needs to close.
It's also for safety reasons. They've had to take down bodies off the rock. People have fallen off the rock, and it really hurts them when they see visitors being hurt. They're a bit disappointed with people going to the toilet once they're up there and leaving things like children's kimbies behind. And when we have the rare event of rain, pee and crap flows down the rock into very fragile water holes, rock holes that animals drink from.
Although not everyone agrees with these arguments. David Hewitt spent 10 years working in communities surrounding Uluru in the 1960s and 1970s.
I think a lot of the information being provided these days is totally inaccurate. And from my experience, Aboriginal people have never, certainly to me, they've never expressed any concern about people climbing the rock. They've climbed themselves.
In 1972, Mr Hewitt led a group of Aboriginal workers from Docker River who built the original store at the base of Uluru.
When I was working there in 1972, they were aware of many whitefellas climbing, as well as Aboriginal people. And they never expressed any concern, and it's only in recent times, I'd suggest from about 1992.
Among his collection of photographs is this picture taken in 1968 of two women from the community of Ernabella sitting atop the rock.
All these ladies would have been either the wives or daughters of traditional owners, and there was no concern at that time. It's only one example of many where whitefellas have misinterpreted Aboriginal law.
Mr Hewitt says the push to close the climb was driven by Parks Australia.
Definitely not. So what's happened, we have concerns about people's safety climbing Uluru, but in fact the decision to close the climb was based on two key factors: the numbers of people climbing Uluru, so we had an independent study done, but also the advice of traditional owners. So the board took the advice of traditional owners who suggested or recommended to the board that the climb be closed.
The climb's imminent closure has seen tourist numbers rise almost 30% this year, and locals say the nearby town of Uluru has never been busier.
We couldn't even get a car park. We had to park all the way over there just to get our groceries, so it's pretty next level, which is kind of good. Like, it's good people are coming out here and seeing it, but yeah, I think a lot of these people are coming here just to climb it, which is... It's going to be a shame because after this, the influx will probably die down.
But even here, opinions are divided.
it's a spiritual place. This is the spiritual heart of Australia. And being like any other spiritual place on the planet, they're open to all to come and to actually enjoy that space.
What if the traditional owners are saying, no, we don't want you to?
Well, that's like the Catholics wanting to close the Vatican down and saying the rest of the Christian world can't go there. I respect their religion, but they don't have a monopoly on spiritual places. Spiritual places should be for all people.
No desire to climb it.
We came not wanting to climb it, and we've just driven around it today. And
we're going out for the sunset tonight.
What do you think about the decision to close the climb?
I agree with it. I don't think it's necessary to climb it. It's there to be admired and respected.
And there's no doubt there are many ways the rock can be admired.
As one person said to me, is that you can see more of the rock from the ground than from on top of it.
That might depend on how far on top of it you get. As we discovered in this helicopter ride, the view from above shows you just how enormous this natural wonder is. Back on the ground though, and another big crowd has gathered, this time to watch as the sun goes down over Uluru. It's a sight no photograph will ever do it justice.
I've been here once before, but it never ceases to amaze me. Just the vastness of the thing out of nowhere. It's incredible.
You're going to climb it while you're here?
Oh, I don't think so. And I got mixed emotions about that. I was actually talking on the way out here, the fact that it's got holes drilled in it and stuff like that, and posts, and you sort of think, really? Like, of all the natural wonders in the world, you know, why would you want to go and do that? So it's, I think we'll respect the very fact that it's a natural beauty, and it should be left in its, and just respect the Indigenous people and how they feel about it as well.
You know, we need to remember, Matt, that you know, when we hear things that, oh, the rock belongs to all Australians, it's not actually true. If you look at, you know, the underlying tenure, it's actually owned by Anangu people. So, and they've generously allowed people to go there for decades, and I think that we've got to respect them now.
I think that just like Bondi Beach should be open for all. I think the rock should be open for all. That's my opinion.
Whatever your opinion, come October 26th, the rock climb at Uluru will be closed forever.